Chumdun Gombo Jawarayan Lasha Zalo Ganga Lu Jumye Jumja Nyada Rapsabe Chenye Donga Jevja Zevja Nyeje Dagara Lao Ganda Debe Zora Maru Mando Dimara Jezer Ratsa Gala Jedabze Ala Duje Yana Unumoni Nolin Domza Jamaru Maze Dimara Nyaga Janye Jumza Raja Donne Daja Zabjim Dazo Yanda Lizo Jade Davo Shadra Jada Jani Yanjin Dalum Jawarayan Landada Umara Badanardo 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 Zidun Jijin Jero Ozere Dolo Dama Mambarabza Guadan Danju Jolu Doba Luju Birna Jeda Soro Nyarji Jembo Zudu Nime Jang Zone Molo Jembo Nabia Tama Zulu Sherma Do Dumba Dije Janla Janzar Lo Aya Teni Chucho Nambatsola Chucho de la
Good afternoon to everyone who is here to listen to this afternoon's teaching.
Tani ta nga tsu Chucho Chucho Sha Teni Chucho Kongola Teni Namba Tamshi Ji Shangship Ji Sim Teni Ki Berjo.
So we're going to begin with the teaching now, and before we do, everybody please make an aspiration of bodhicitta with which to listen to the teaching.
Teni terang ge nga tsu teni Chucho de teni Karsang ge teni Mjigla Mar Teni nga tsu Mumtani Sha Gere.
Today we're going to continue on looking at what we were learning about yesterday.
Oh ja, teni ta di dema nipa ta kyoran so dema nipa inji mare ngarang di dema nipa ngola mar ta nga so kharsang ge teni jangcham teni mar ta kan ri sondo zena mohlak tanji kyapchik komchoksum komchok kan di ngo shanre zik keshi lokhtak chile manjerwa nishi lotak chola yigtu dong sone Andeni mar nga tso shirtanga teni papa shari zila sora tamni teni yike chigma mar nipa me hong zerwa tang teni yangna yike damba shini mar nipa me hong shi zerwa teni gangri goni te sona chabar yo mare teni indi tan teni mar teni yike chigma papa shari zila sora tamni teni yike chigma teni donlu teni mar songore.
So today we're going to start off with the verse that begins, "The undeceiving soul refuge is the triple gem. The essence of the triple gem is Chenresig. Having unchanging trust in Chenresig with confident determination, recite the 6 syllables." So this verse is looking at, from here we are looking at praying, how we go about praying to Chenresig, and particularly by reciting the 6 syllables, whether that be Om Mani Padme Hum or Om Mani Padme Hum with a sh at the end of it.
Teni nga tso papa shanri zi teni nyimba Om Mani Padme Hum zerwa te teni ndonluk la teni ndonsar la ndonsar mandawa mambo zindu kashi te teni tapa goni ndonsar teni kashi te nyangji ge goni teni shangshib ge sim ge goni ndonsar teni kashi te tongpa ni ji tawa o teni goni ndonsar teni ndonsar teni mar ndonsar mambo zi teni songjanduz.
In terms of the mantra of Chenresig, there are many different ways that we can go about chanting this mantra. For example, we can go about chanting it primarily with an attitude of devotion, or primarily with an attitude of compassion, or primarily from or with a correct view of emptiness.
Tani ta tambo nga tsu tapa goni tani papa sharez la soran demni tani papa sharez nimba tani ndonsr te tambo shakre.
So what we're going to begin by looking at is chanting the Chenresig mantra with an attitude of devotion.
Tani thomar nga tsu jamru kapsu tani jamru da nga tsu ta nangba sangje pazi na tani kangla jamru che re zena tani kumchok simla tani kapsun ro re ze tani sangje dang chu dang gindan te tani kumchok sim te la tani kapsun ro re ze tani kapsun ro go bi gemchen te kare re zena tani nga tsu kumchok sim te la tani kapsun ro na tani nga tsu tani thaba chimbo lam nyam se lenne tani tharwa thopa te la tani hloa mepa tani to di chikba mepa ta norwa mepa zena kundu oda norwa mepa tani yongore ti gimsen ji tani nga so kumshok samla kyapsen ro go re.
So starting out with refuge, as Buddhists we take refuge in the three gems, the Buddha, the Dharma and the Sangha. And in terms of our reason for taking refuge in the three gems, it is because in relying on them and following the teachings of the Mahayana path, they will be an undeceiving or a completely reliable source of refuge in leading us along the path to liberation.
Oya teni jamdo kapsa kandis rezina pena ngaso teni lojong shi bikaps teni loma yakshu te teni kandis rezina teni girgeng teni khala yakbo nyenken teni korang la girgeng kare labna teni girgeng lapa te teni yang taba go ne teni lojong yakbo shinken te teni zela teni loma yakbo zigore teni loma yakbo ti pena tambo girgeng gi khala yakbo nyen teni girgeng korang la kare lobna ti loba de la kola lojong yakbo shi ti ton de la lojong yakbo shinken ti teni loma di jima korang ina teni lojong ko thola teni yargi da lojong ko thola teni mjeba pe chimbu teni ta ta thumjo yore te la loma yakbo zeta teni zrez.
In terms of a student in school, how do we understand what makes a good student or the best student? A good student is one who listens very attentively to what the teacher says, how the teacher instructs them, and then goes about putting this very diligently into practice. And this way, a student who learns like this makes good progress and is able to achieve very good results.
Tani loma yenna pena tani yana girgeng kalamanyen yana korang la girgeng tani te gari lobna ti loba te la ti lojong yakbo ma shinken ti tindiziyenna tani lobja na ne tani lobma te la ti lobma dugbu ze yore tindi lobma te la tani korang la yargi yang tani kage yong mareze.
By contrast, a bad student would be one that does not listen to what his or her teacher has to say and doesn't put into practice what his or her teacher instructs them to do. This kind of student wouldn't see very good progress in their studies.
Teni yang pena ngacho pena mangkang na lanjo ni soso teni nalla teni ta mamchu she na teni ti kapsa teni ngacho yang mamba teni yakbo teni raksona teni mamba ti kala nyen gore mamba teni teni korang teni ngacho la teni gandhi she na teni she gore tenda was che teni mamba ti ngacho la mamchu kare she na ti mamchu te ti thapsi de man thong go na sakju she go na kare go na te ngacho teni ti tang de leng gore che teni she na teni mam napat teni mamba te la teni yakbo tun teni ta mamba kan rezi na tangling shi na teni korang kan natte yakbo changjowa ga teni korkup teni yores.
If we were to go to a hospital in order to seek treatment for our illness, then after we had found a good doctor, it would be necessary to follow their instructions closely as to what path of treatment we should pursue. So if they advised medicine or whether they advised having an operation, we would have to take on their advice and put it into practice, and this way we would have an opportunity of curing our illness.
Teni napa yena pena teni mamba ko kola teni zama teni maza zena korang ka za. Teni chi sholum ko toni mandro zena korang dro. Teni rashi. Yang na teni mamba ko teni korang la teni mamchu teni ta kapjam na mantong na teni shakchu shi na kare shi na te tsama korang ka tanglin ma shi. Teni shi na teni napa te teni manchu shi tab ko mare korang la teni pantoya kara yung ko mare.
If, however, a patient didn't listen to the doctor's advice, the kinds of food they were told to abstain from, they insisted on eating, or the kinds of action they were not meant to do, they continued to do. If the doctor advised them to have injections or take medicine or have an operation, if they were unwilling to do all of these things, then it would not be possible for them to treat their illness successfully.
Tani ti kapsa nga tso pe na tini nga tso gergen la yin na tini gergen ka ngarang la loma ta gergen ngay niga njamnyim yin tini ngay chorang la lob ka men ngay chorang ka te tangda ling ka men ziyan chao tang yang na pe na ngarang napa yin na tini mamba la tini kyo ngarang niga njamnyim re tini njamnyim yin tsar ti tini chorang ka nga la tini chi zini tini mambu zina ngay te tangda ling ka men tini nga nyin randa yin tini zina tini kar tini njamnyim yin na tindi she tanglin mawshina tini korang ka nati tini jutab ko marezi mamba te korang natju shinken zigre te korang rang napa zirezi te yinba te nguyo ko netsar rindu zi te nguyo ko netsar te nga zo tangdalen go re tsuchung she go re ma tokba tini perna napa tang mamba nika nga nika njanda re tini korang ka te nge tangdalen ka manze tini girgan layang te tang rabo re girgan yina loma te tini tarong girgan la tana tarong mashinken tini zire ko mashini lojong chego ora ma to ba shina lojong chego mare teni girgante teni te lomma te latana te korang khibare te korang shi ore noya te indi girgan ge shipa da lomma ga mashipa te nga zo nguyo ko netsre ti nguyo ko netsre nga zo tanglim chego ore ma to ba te so chama tangda malen ni nga zo ramnim yin teni zena teni girgan ge teni lomma la lobchit che tabeng yo mare teni mamba ge teni napa la teni naju manju
If, however, the student insists upon looking at their teacher as equal to them, in equal position to them, or the patient insists on positing an equal relationship between his or herself and the doctor, then it's very difficult for firstly the teacher to actually teach the student or for the doctor to treat the patient. The fact that in the situation of a doctor, the doctor is one who has specialized knowledge about how to go about treating illnesses, and the patient is a person with an illness, the fact their roles in this situation is something, a fact, it's a reality, and it needs to be accepted. So too in the situation of the teacher and the student. In this situation, the teacher is one who is in possession of knowledge, and the student is one who does not yet possess this knowledge. This, again, is a fact or reality that needs to be taught, also needs to be accepted in order for the teacher to be able to benefit the student, and in order for the doctor to benefit the patient.
Tani loma dang girgin yin nang zha, tani napa dang mamba yin nang zha, kotso tsangma yang zhuwa mi top tang yung kan tak tak ri, di toni shanan zhab nim ri zi, ri di, jikbo di napa ri, jikbo mamba ri, di nguyo ka netsir ri zi, ma yin ban zhawa ri, da yin nang di tanin zhaga ma ri. Tani girgin dang loma yin nang, jikbo ri, korang nika lan zhuwa mi top tang yung bala jikba ri, ri di yin nang, jikshu di loma ri, tani jikshu di girgin ri, di yang nguyo ka netsir ri nduwa zi. Te nguyo netsir yin tsar di tini, te so tsangma nga tso tini zinchok she go re ma tok ba tini nga tso ramnim yin zini tini she zhang na, te nga tso chika chika la lojong she ya ta, chika chika la manchu she ya, te so tsangma tabshi yo ma re, tini nga tso kiamdru ze ya te yang, te tang jabu re es.
Even though doctors and their patients and teachers and their students, all of them are humans and therefore have rights as human beings. The fact that they have different roles and capacities in relation to each other is something that needs to be acknowledged as the fact it is. So the fact that what the doctor is needs to be recognized by the patient, and the teacher's role and abilities and qualities needs to be recognized by the student. And this needs to be respected. If it isn't respected, if students and patients insist upon viewing their doctors and teachers as the same as themselves or equal to themselves, then it's very difficult, in fact, might be impossible for them to go about carrying out a proper relationship in relation to study or the treatment of illness, and refuge operates according to a similar logic.
Tendri yendi tini ngacho inna tini tarta ngacho lomma taware tini komchok sam ziyade ngacho gergen taware ze tini yang ngacho inna tini changma napa taware tini komchok sam ziyade ngacho tini ngacho la tini mamchu shinkenga tini mamba tedang jabore.
So we all are students, and the Triple Gem is our teacher. At the same time, we are all patients, and the Triple Gem is also like our doctor.
Tani pena ngacho lama la sanglo tangpaina pena ngacho lama da tani ngacho lomma nila pena jiting toni tani chi chong jab shida ma shinja oda jiting pena chi lobta chimo nani de ramjum bada tani chi jimjig lomma da tenji tani chi ta toptang yoda menja oda so toni pena lomma la yo lama la me o tenji yang yujirize rite inna teni chu teni tarwa toban di tola sanlo tana teni ngacho teni lamam chanye tang damba lama yakboz ngacho ora sona teni ngacho lomare teni lama te korang teni nyamdang tokba yongkin zire teni ngarang cho menkin zire teni ngarang cho me bigim tsingi lama tengo re ma tokba ngarang cho la tangbo ni nyamdak tokba yona lama tengo ya ji yomare teni insarti teni te nguyo ke netser re teni insarti teni ngacho komchok layang teni ta tapazia te yang komchok la kyamrozia the is个同呢用要人
So in terms of the relationship between a student and their spiritual teacher in a secular context, then looking at the qualifications of one's teacher according to their official qualifications as masters or PhDs may be relevant. However, in the spiritual context, the reason that we seek to rely on the teacher is because our teacher has realization and experience and we don't. They are therefore qualified in a way that we aren't, and it's for this reason that we seek to rely on them. And it is also for this reason that we go about taking refuge in the Triple Gem.
Tani nga tsu mamba yana mamba yang takba, tani mamba yakbo, girgini na tani girgin yakbo tani raksong na, tani mamba nga tsu lan tong zia mandi nga tsu tong na nga tsu nati changzho re, tani mamba yakbo ti nga tsu ngokor tang ma re ze, hlo ma re ze, hlo yo ma re, tani rabo zu ke pe na girgini na nga tsu girgin yakbo zu raksong na, tani girgin nga tsu la kare labna, tani nga tsu lojong yakbo zu she jagna, tani girgin ga tani songa te tong tola tani ne yo re, esi di girgin yakbo raksona teni te tang rapo komchoksumi la nga tso teni tarwa driba ga tonda teni komchoksum la teni kyamru she jagna te nga tso lwa yo ma re pe na nga tso komchoksum ga tarwa top zina nga tso tarwa mathu pan ra oda komchoksum ga teni di nyomo ba par pang thap ga re zina dong ga thoni matha pan ra oda teni komchoksum ga nga tso teni jita teni ngansong lan ro ma re zina dong ga tholan ro an ra o teni yo ma re ze te girgin yang tak batang mamba yang tak batang tani jao re tela mullo wazi chi tini zala zegres.
So just as if we is this working? Oh, just as if we were to rely on or to find for ourselves a good doctor, and we were to take the medicine that they prescribed, we would get better, we would recover from our illness. So too, if we were to find for ourselves a good teacher, then studying what they taught and putting it into practice would enable us to see good results in our study. And so too it is with our spiritual practice, putting our faith in the triple gem by taking refuge in the triple gem is a correct course of action. The triple gem are entirely non-deceiving. They are a completely reliable repose of our faith and refuge. It's not as if they undertake to be able to dispel our afflictions when in actual fact they can't. It's not that they undertake to be able to lead us on the path to liberation, but in actual fact that they can't. So it's the triple gem are completely deceptionless, and for this reason a very correct place for us to place our refuge.
야, 되니 든디인 사티딩 가서 당보 되니 꿈속섬라 되니 다 흘러와 메바인 삼바가 되니 이치 대 요고 레지 이나 가서 이치 요고 레지니 되니 다 이치 되니 용지 용거 말해지 대 이나 가서 물러와디 임바 시고 레 되니 시송나 어더니 다 종가서 다 코랑 물러와래 코랑 양딱바래 삼빙 가서 이치 대 용거래 마도바 이치 되니 김선매나 then around so cho yichi go re zini tendri yichi thab ko mare je te cho yichi go re cho indam da ngarang la yichi go re je tendri zena te yichi ko mare je yichi na teni gimsen go re te gimsen de yabo shi sona teni musadang se na yichi re.
That the triple gem is in fact a repose of refuge that is non-deceiving and deceptionless is something that we have to have faith in. It's something that we need to generate belief in. However, just saying it's necessary to generate belief or saying it's necessary to have faith is one thing. In actual fact, without knowing the reasons why it's necessary to have belief or faith in the triple gem as being deceptionless, it's very difficult for us to generate this kind of faith. So for this reason, it's important that we gain an understanding of why it is that the triple gem is a safe and non-deceiving place for us to repose our faith and refuge.
Tani nga tso nupshok ko tini rini ga nangla tani gangla yang tani toba shi go zini de tani zegres.
In the Western secular academic tradition, it is often said it's necessary to have a skeptical attitude to things.
Nupshok ko rini zina nupshok ko tani chuluk mare zin nupshok ko tani tsarik tan de so nangla tani toba
This might not be advocated in Western religion, but certainly in other fields such as science, this kind of inquiring or skeptical attitude is encouraged. However, in Buddhism, it is said that we need to have faith, we need to have belief. Is there a conflict or between these two, the insistence on inquiry on the one hand and the insistence on belief on the other? So what is it that we do in fact need? Is it belief or faith that we need, or is it skepticism and an inquiring attitude? It's possible to say that we need neither both of them, or we need both of them. No, we need not either of them. Both of them we don't need, or we need both of them.
Yeah. The Jimson carries Jimson Penangaso 예치 직보 고고래 지나는데 가서 금말라요 예치 참발라요 예치 ngorko 땅칸라 예치 참발라 예치나 그요 말이지.
If it's said that if we say that we need to have faith or we need to have belief, well, then is it then necessary, or should we have belief or faith in everyone? People who cheat, people who steal, etc.
Tani ngaso tokbat taktakshini denang te yakboyo marezi karezina pena ngaranso ta namzhigun zinyo gona ta ngarang namzhidul hong enjo menjo samne tini tokbat taktakshini duna ngaso namzhigun zinyo pogo mare sajakalanjo gona anjo tabgo mare tokbat kyangba de denang te pantokjijing mendugzi.
And just having an attitude of doubt all the time is not particularly good either. If, for example, when we go to buy an airplane ticket, we find ourselves constantly doubting whether the plane's going to fall out of the sky or not, then we'd never dare to go anyway. So clearly, having doubt just alone is not so good.
야, 딘지 엔딩 가서 똑바 딱딱 고 그러지나, 말해지. 딘 이치 짱바 고 그러지나, 딘 저거요 말해지.
So really it's not, we're not saying that it's necessary just to have faith or necessary just to have an attitude of doubt. So what we do need, in fact, is both of these things.
Teni tokba kini teni shapajab o tante rindu te yang tak bare samba ichi de gore teni tambu tokba yogo teni jima ichi gore sone ta ngaso nangba teni ze yore.
However, in terms of the order of which these things should come, we should first start off with an attitude of doubt, and then through a process of inquiring, working out what's right, what's not right, we then can arrive at a point of faith. But the Buddhist teachings say that we should first start out with our doubt and skepticism.
Tani tambu ichi mena nga zo tani te tapate tani te tambu ichi mena mare tambu tokba mena tani tambu ni ichi pa tani shejona tani nga zo tokba nga zo tapate mongtat tani jinro yin ka yore tani tambu ichi yo na pe yakbore tani shok jine na la shapan ra bushini gangla yang ichi me ba gangla yang shapa jap tani jina pe yakbu yore.
If we start out at the beginning without an attitude of doubt or an inquiring mind, then there is a danger that the faith we may generate is one that is blind in nature. So, as the Western scientific tradition emphasizes, doubt, particularly to start with, is a positive thing.
Tani tama tini tokba de la tini shapa tangne tini ngishi de ke gore tini ichi de gore ma tokba tani tambo yang tokba yin warte yang tokba yin tama yang tokba yin message la tokba da shine de la den korang ga message la tini shawa tin jab ko mare korang ga jab shawa te jab goda tini par tor goda te ko kang yang tini takchet tab mandu wa tini tama ngishi de gore.
In the end, though, what we need is belief and confidence. These are both important as the final stage that we arrive at. If we have doubt at the beginning and then doubt in the middle and also doubt at the end, then it is very difficult, or will be very difficult for us to actually accomplish anything in life. We will constantly be in a state of wavering and hesitation. We won't be able to make up our minds about anything. So finally, what we are aiming for is an attitude of confidence.
Tani nga zo gomshok sum zea de tini molwa yin zoni tini songwa de la yang tangbo tani jorang tokba yo na pe na sangye zi de kanti yin na molwa yin na ma yin na tani chu de kanti yin genden de kanti yin na samni tini tokba yo na tangbo yo na yo chokore yo na yakbo re zi rite yin na tini mitsi chik la tokba de par takshu shi matamni tokba chikbo ngang la tini shi ne laksong na tani jorang ka de gomshok sum zena yakbo zi re zena yang ze ma shi 야보즈 마리제나 제 마시니 딘디 상도고레 딘디 상소나 데니 겨랑가 추 드브제나야테 탁마슛 머드브제나 탁마슛 데니 테솜강라 렌도고레 데 캬추지 요마레 데 김슨 요마레.
So it is in establishing whether or not the triple gem are an undeceiving or deceptionless source of refuge, then it is good for us to start out with an attitude of doubt and inquiring into the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha as our objects of refuge. If, however, we never get beyond this attitude of doubt and find ourselves stuck in it for a long time, then this ultimately won't be a positive situation for us. We'll find ourselves ultimately unresolved about whether the triple gem is in fact a good and positive and constructive thing. We will be stuck in a place of doubt.
teni chigatola teni yakboz teni kowalen shipa teni resona teni ngazo nangchu teni song yechi ta tapa gore ze atedang teni tsanaka nala ta toba mambo she gore ze ateni ngarwa mepa ngazo muschik teni nyamlin shi jana nyamlin shi tapa teni yong gore.
So if we understand that both faith and an attitude of doubt are things that we need and that in our path, then we won't find ourselves feeling a sense of conflict between the advocacy of an attitude of doubt, for example, in the scientific realm, and then the insistence on faith from a Buddhist perspective. By being able to combine both appropriately, then we will come along well in our practice.
Tendi goni shabat tangni teni komchok sumzea teni lua me panguni tangni re samba tendi ge teni lotak chupa tak chupa teni zire tsati teni keshi loktak chile menjerwazi teni ta keshi bazi pela ngazo mamba zina teni ngazo teni mamba tengone mamba yang tak bare korang laksam nam tak yongken teni lakshi teni to laksar teni haliba chimbo yongken teni zi yamba teni ngazo hako tsarna teni ngazo ota ngarang tini natti tini mar meba shiala ta mamba chweshi zi kyorang kare zena nge ti nyang ge ze tini kyorang ngala man thong zena nge man thong ge yin kyorang ngala khap jeb go zena nge khap jeb ge yin tin kyorang ngala shak chu she go sare zena nge shak chu she ge yin ta ngala ngarang rang jamba ka ge me kyorang ge chu zena tini ngarang nge ti nyang ge yin zeni tini jima tini samlo tini ta yor go gres.
So once we are able, through a process of investigation, to resolve for ourselves that the triple gem is indeed an undeceiving, a deceptionless object of our refuge, then we will be able to generate an unchanging trust in them, a very firm and strong trust in them. So just as if we were to establish that a doctor we had found was extremely well-intentioned and had our best interests in mind, was possessed of excellent skill, then in this situation, we would be able to generate great faith in this doctor's ability, and we would listen to however he instructed us regarding the treatment of our illness. If he said, take medicine, we'd be willing to do so. If he said, have injections, we'd be willing to do that. If he said, have an operation, we'd listen to that as well. So essentially, by having this unchanging and very strong faith in the doctor, we'd be willing to do whatever he instructed.
Tangatsu shapat tangni ta perna mamba de korang teni laksar thombo tang teni samba yakbo chen teni zi yamba de ha kona teni nga zo tendi zena chokre te mayin ba pe na mamba te nga zo korang samba yakbo yin mayin nga zo hamago teni korang yang mamba te teni laksar teni tombo yongken teni zi yin me hamago kage mago na nga zo oda kyorang nga man tong zena ngen tong yin kap jab zena nge jab yin kyorang nga kare chi zena tenge che yin teni zena te pe nyen ka chimbo re teni chi ji o mare song re.
If, on the other hand, we had doubt as to the nature of our doctor's intentions and goodness of intentions, we also had doubt about how advanced his skills were, then we would also be doubtful and hesitant regarding his instructions for our treatment. So we would be perhaps unwilling to take the medicine he prescribed, be unwilling to do an operation if that's what he told us to do, and this would be a very dangerous situation if this is how we found ourselves.
nangba sangji ba kari ze yore zena te nga zo lama yin na pe na lama chi yo na te ngarang te korang lama la ten sam na tangbong na taggo re ne de lama la ten jana korang te ni lama korang te ni chanyit dang rewe korang la ti charge chakin pe na nga zo lama je go na pe na sang dorji thaba ga lama yin na te korang la yang chakin te ni changgo re te ni thaba chimbo lama yin na te yang korang la chakin tenri changore teni nga zo nyantu gu teni lama yina teni korang la chakin tenri changore chakin te su manjawa re teni chakin te chang dukta mandu nga zo yakbo zo tak teni tak ne oda ngoni chani chakin te changma chang duk teni korang ngoni changni lama nguma te rendu samba gu teni nishi yakbo zo nga chang teni suso rang tak cho so na o teni nga zo 마음발라 때니 다 추드비캅서 어떤 라마 튀랑강알라 돈반돈세나 인 돈반돈거연 로종지제나 인 로종제거연 때니 튀랑강가 곰겹제나 당에 곰겹거연 다 튀랑가 지지지 물고 튀랑 레칼레제나 네 레칼레거연 제니 때니가 어따 튀랑가 치즈나 네 티냥겐 삼바가 때니 니시 고거래 딩니시 때라 때니 예 치시지 따바제야 때니즈라제 그래.
So in terms of finding for ourselves a spiritual guide, it's also important that we investigate the Lama in question to see whether they are possessed of sufficient qualification to be our teacher. In respect of the different levels of qualification that are laid out, there are different descriptions or different requirements in the tantric, sutric and the listener vehicles. In any case, depending on what path we are following, it's necessary to establish whether the teacher in question is possessed of the necessary qualities or qualifications. And if we are able to, through our investigation, establish for ourselves that yes, this teacher really is in possession of these qualities, then we will be able to generate a strong sense of confidence and faith in them. And at this point, if they instruct us to do recitations, we'll be willing to do so. If they instruct us to study the Dharma, we'll be willing to do so. If they tell us we need to meditate, we'd be willing to do so. If they tell us that we need to do manual work, for example, we'd be willing to do that too. Whatever they advised us, we would be happy and confident in doing. We would have faith in them, and this kind of trust is what we call unchanging trust.
Tindi indi tini nga tsu nangbaga tini zhunga nangla kanti zega yore zina tini nga tsu lama chigi na yang lama te yang takba re ma re susu ranga lama matin bi gongde tini yang da samlo tangne kola takshi di yang rambu chi ne tini she gogo yo sung re lama yin nang tini re nga tsu pe na sanga dorji takba nangla nga tsu ngoni tangne lama chi tenna lup chingni ki parta tini lama te la takshi shi ne korang yang takba re ta ma re ta ne teni lup chini ki jini teni ngarang wata kungune tangli lama ziyati rindu korang nga tarwi lam yakbo tonsare korang nga lam lokba lam shinshi lokba tindis kana la chitsa mare teni takcho kandu samna Tanita ngone tane pena jitsum malare panda bushini ak lama kari lezina telini rogore ina ti ngond yenda manda tani takshishe gore lob chingi la takshishe gore.
So it's very important that we properly investigate our potential spiritual teacher before we go about placing this faith in them. So in the Vajrayana teachings, it is advised that students investigate a teacher for a period of 12 years before deciding or resolving whether or not this teacher is an appropriate teacher to place one's faith in. And if through a long process of investigation, a long process of reflecting about the teacher in question, one is able to generate a strong belief, a strong faith in this teacher as being able to lead one on the path to liberation, then this is an unchanging faith. This faith, where we have no doubts whatsoever that the teacher will lead us on the wrong path, is central to this kind of faith. And if we are able to generate this degree of faith, then we will be able to practice like Milarepa, and in his ability to follow whatever course of action he was advised by his own teacher.
Teni yendi ngaso ina ta ngaso lagling tone teni ngaso lob jini la teni ga takshishi teni ze gona tarta yena pe teni kaboreze te yendi ngaso yongchak ka teni lama te ngaso changma ga teni ta chabardo chayu diyo ke mo changma ga teni yabo lama yabo ja pe na denjong mo chen rao teni dongchen chenle no rao ta teni ko lama de ngaso changma ga teni a mi mongbo ko la chaji yong kenda chabardo ko na nyen ko la yong ken ga mto so changma ga teni lama yabo teni ta yongchak jabore teni rao ina ta ngaso takshit mongbo ma shina choko yo re ma tok ba teni lama chame teni zina ngaso indamanda tak go re.
Even though it's said that we should investigate a teacher for a period of 12 years, that's not necessarily something that's easy to do these days. So in situations where a teacher is very renowned, their qualities are widely known, there are many who are familiar with their qualities and confident in their qualities, such as Dundra Rinpoche or Trinley Norbo Rinpoche, teachers such as this, then it wouldn't be as necessary to spend so much time investigating their qualities. However, in a situation where the Lama in question is unfamiliar to us or not widely renowned, then this would require a longer period of investigation in order to be confident about their qualities.
Tani chulayang te tang jabore, chulayang nga so takshit mambo shene teni te gogore teni chu te yang tak ba je ta mare teni nga so takshit yang tak yang ni yang de che gogore ezi. Ma tok teni nga so yang chu te yang tak yin da ma yin ba teni jiji ham ma go ni teni nyam silen jang na kanti jen jo teni ha go mare ezi. Je te yin na da nga so me parwa zike teni chula teni takshu she go na yang kanti go ne teni takshu she go yang te nga so takshu she tsir te yang te zi lo zhong she go re nama lo zhong ma she na te nga so takshu she tsir te yang she go ma re ezi.
It's also necessary for us to adopt this attitude of investigation in respect of the Buddhist teachings as well. It's necessary that through a process of inquiry we go about establishing whether or not we establishing our belief in the teachings. If we have not engaged in any process of inquiry and simply launch straight into practice, then we might not have particularly good results in the long term. However, insofar as how we should go about investigating the content of the teachings, this is something that we need to learn about.
Teni nga tsu chute yang takba yinba si gona, te nga tsu yang mi parwaz ka si gona, te te tsu kakbo re, chute kanti goni te takgo re, te yang takba yinna, yin ta mayin kanti goni si go re zina, te te tsu kakbo re zi. Teni ta karte nga tsu lobzhong la yakbo yonken, teni te tsu yakbo teni si samken teni yinna, nga tsu tsama namzir la teni lobzhong che na, teni tsama namzir ka legos chika na la tsama te teni te takshit che tsir. Chute yang takba yinda mayin ka teni takshit gandhi guni takshit she go re, te legos chika te tsama te she yore, te la tana yakbo yore.
For ordinary people going about establishing whether or the correctness of the Buddhist teachings is not, in fact, a particularly easy thing to do. It's necessary to learn about how one actually engages in this process. For those who are perhaps strong learners, strong students, or particularly interested in this, then the text, the Tsame Namdrel in the first chapter, outlines the mode or process of investigation, how we actually do go about inquiring into the correctness of the teachings.
Tendi indi nga tsu chula teni takshipshi gosrin di kortela teni paba gawo ngar tenjik pimdo, gawo ngarnjik. Ti nala teni sangye gabe karchimbo tsika tsusung yores.
Ti toki jaming jiris.
Anan ru taijin.
Insofar as how we go about investigating the content of the teachings, in the Sutra of Anand entering the womb, the Buddha has some very crucial words to say about this.
Tani kandisong ore sona tani sanji chomden dega tani gawo la tani gawo kyoranga nga tani kyoranga tomba reze nga kyoranga tomba re tani ngi shapati so ngi tomba ga tani te shapare tendi demba re samni tani kyoranga masam song.
And in this sutra, the Buddha says to the king, Tomba zina?
Tomba sanji shakjata pa tao shi.
Okay, let's say. Don't just because I am your teacher believe in what I am teaching. Don't put your faith in my words just because I am your teacher.
Tani ganga gawo tani kyorang namjin tini te ngarang la tini te gabu she kare te cho ngarang la gabu she kare te indi ta sanji ge sona injiri samne tini kyorang ga ngala tsiwa yore te mzachik yore te mzachik te jimtsin de shini o sanji ge somba te yinsare samne kyo tenri ma sam sore.
And don't simply believe in the things I say or the teachings I give because you have affection for me, that you have good feeling for me. This is not a basis on which to believe what I say.
Teni kyoranga ngaranga zikshit la tane te tomba sanje ge te kozte halipa ga musuda sagum thona halipa pe yetong wam jibu yore teni ngaranga zikshit la tane shilo ko zikte la tane teni sanje ge sonde yensare samne kyo tenri ma samsong.
And don't believe in me just because of my appealing physical appearance.
Tani jamze ta gebjong zena chu nyamsil linkan re tani kyoranga nga tani jamze ta gebjong zena nyamlin shinkan ga tani chu tokpam thombo jang ga tani ga mo tani re o te yinji re ti sona yinji re samne kyo tani yang ma sam song.
And also don't simply believe in what I'm saying because you think that I am a great realizer.
Tani kantishe gore zena ta kyorang chipo cho soso rang tani wimba tani mambo mesa tindi la songne ti kyorang rang samlo tane nge tini ti kachapshaya te so chamal kyorang rang samlo tane ti njug dukta mdu ti yang takba reta mare ti kyorang rang samlo tane tani yang takba yinda mayimba takcho gore sonne tani sanji tindi song yore.
And what the Buddha did say to the king was, what you should do is take yourself away to a place of isolation and reflect for yourself on my teachings, and through a process of reflection establish for yourself whether you think they are correct or not. This is how the Buddha instructed the king.
Ta tendi yin sarti teni nga tso chi tapa zia te pe chi karchimbo zire te yin na nga tso nabshuk ko teni rigne ga nang la zi tapa de go re zini tendi mambo shiad na teni mi mambo la teni yang ti tsorwa gandin ra kye yo hako sa ma rezi.
So in general, we do emphasize the importance of faith. However, if the insisting on the needing faith continuously, it's uncertain how this will be viewed by people from the Western tradition.
Gantar ngarang tsogo teni leka gang le na shawa gang drib na yang teni yichi ti yo go re ma to ba teni nga tsogo yichi me na shawa gang drib na ta ngin de drib thap ko re ma re drib thap ma thap drib na ga da mar ga ta kan dip shi na gan ro sam ni teni yichi tsawa ne ma yichi te yakbu teni te ma ni teni yenda manda teni tesum tak da shi ni de na de nga tso teni ta jiting glig la yang shawa gang drib thap ko ma re teni yendi gantar
However, we are in need of faith and belief in respect of any kind of task that we undertake or any kind of action that we engage in. If we don't have belief in what we're doing or faith in what we're doing, then we'll constantly be in a state of doubt, one in indecision constantly. So faith and belief we need in respect of our worldly actions and undertakings, and this is something that we ultimately do need to have.
Te rite yinna te nangba sangji panja yinna tini ta kyorang ka takshi jabgo mare kyorang ka takba mapshi kyorang ka shapa mapshi kyorang para ichi go re tini namyang ze ga mare ze kyorang ka tak go re kyorang ka shek go re kyorang ka samlo mambo tang go re ti jis tini ta kyorang ichi yak borak go re so ne tini song re.
Despite the fact that belief and faith is necessary in Buddha's practice, the Buddha never said that you shouldn't have inquiry, you shouldn't do analysis, you shouldn't reflect on the teachings. On the contrary, he insisted on these things: inquiry, analysis, reflection, thinking about the teachings for oneself, and then emphasize the importance of faith and belief as a result of having engaged in this process.
Ota tendi indi nge samlo tana tin nabshuk ko tini toba nawa hwai lun toba nawa tang tani nangba ko tini te songba tini nge samnang garwa manduk samgo yos.
So in my view, then there is no conflict between the Buddhist approach and the skepticism that is advocated in the Western tradition.
Oya ta tendi shine nga chu kumchok samla takne teni ta sosorang ka yichi yabo teni ta top tendi shi chawi jine teni kumchok samla teni yichi shi teni kumchok samla yichi shi na teni tam phakpa shyari zte teni kumchok gandi ki ngo zena phakpa shyari zte la kharang ka teni gender rezi phakpa shyari shangchim senwa indi 그때 거랑 그때 겐든레 되니 거랑 그 송데 되니 담비 추레 되니 파바샤레즈 거랑 그 특대 되니 상기레 되니 인딘 파바샤레즈 그 거다 송다 특다 대선보디 데라 꼼촉섬 제거레 되나 되니 거랑 파바샤레즈 거랑 되니 사제양레 주양레 겐데양레 탐시레 삼바가 되니 니시 땅스보 되니 되니 기네 되니 소라 데브네
So once we investigate and inquire into the correctness of the three jewels as an object of refuge, we are able to establish our faith and belief in them. Chenresig, our faith and belief in Chenresig, he is considered, his body is considered to be the Sangha, his speech to be the Dharma, and his mind to be the Buddha. So in Chenrezig, he is the embodiment of all the three objects of refuge, and based on the confidence that we generate him, we pray to him with devotion, and in so doing, recite his mantra.
Tani nga tsu chu nyamling shi na tapa yongkin zi ke nyamling shi pa tang, tani tapa menkin zi ke nyamling shi pa ni, tani mi rang la samlo tang pa, mi rang ke tani tsorwa ke toni samlo tang na, te susu, tate susu reis.
Tate susu reis na?
Kaka susu.
Oh, okay.
Manjava reis.
Yeah, that's it. Practitioners who recite Chenrezig's mantra with faith, those who do so without faith, those who do so with selfish motivations in mind, all of these three different types of persons and practitioners are very, very different.
Tani tapa menkin zi ke perna chu tani nyamlin karti jeji wangda shi na, tapa menkin zi ke nyamlin shi na, kanri rezi na perna nga tso ti lamka la yo pi shang kambo, te kanang la zana, te la ro tang chowa tini yung mare pe tenja pozi re. Tani tapa yongken zi ke tani ta nyamlin shi, lama la sondip shi, tini shi na, te kanri zi rezi na perna nga tso tapa menkin zi ke tani pakpa shen re zi ke tani chu ti nyamlin shi na, shang kambo chawa ta wazi re. Tapa yongken zi ke tani ta pakpa shen re zi la tapa shang ne tani nga tso nyamlin te yakpo shi na, tani shang ngar. Oh, tani ta yangmana tani rangsi ta shangmar zena kongdo kancho. Oh, te zawa tang trapo zhuwa titi yongores.
The difference between a practitioner with faith and devotion going about Chenrezig practice and someone without faith is extremely, the difference between the two is extremely great. So a person without faith chanting the mantra of Chenrezig is like chewing the bark of one of the tall trees on the side of the road. Ultimately, there is no taste or flavor through chewing this bark. If someone with good faith, strong faith in Chenrezig, engages in his practice, then for them it is like chewing on sugarcane or tasting honey. This is the difference between the two.
Tani chula jimjik shinken se na karang la tapa mena yak borezi tapa mepa ga moz ke jimjik chena tani jimjik yak bo she tab kare.
Of course, if a person is a researcher into religion, it's still possible for them to do their research well without having religious faith.
Tani chula nyamlin shinken se na tani tapa yona yak bore tapa nyamlin shi ti tini tapa mena tini nyamlin shi tab kumare nyamlin shi pi kapsa tapa yona te pe pantok chembo yongore.
However, for a practitioner of the Dharma, it's important, it's extremely important to have faith. Without having faith, one can't really engage in practice.
Tani tapa ti nga tso tini tangbo nga tso tini tapa te yakbo zhubshakne tini lama ga yondon ton tonggo gore ta
So should we have faith first and then recognize the qualities of our teacher, or should we recognize the qualities of our teacher first and then faith follows in this? Generally speaking, we first inquire or investigate into our teacher's qualities, and upon establishing that they are true and in possession of these qualities, we generate faith upon this basis.
takshit jamni o te lama te yang tak pare tendi samlo tendi chi takshit jachim bo jam mena yang teni nga zo lama te rang la pantok yak bo korang rang ma tse ga nang la teni pantok yak bo shong sem go tok la pantok yak bo shong jana teni nga zo yang tapa yak bo teni ke yong gore.
It's possible also that if we haven't engaged in a process of investigation into the teacher, that nevertheless, through appreciating the benefit that the teacher brings to us, and particularly the benefit that they bring to our minds, we generate faith on this basis.
Gardi nga tso taba jaksa gatini lama te yang takbaz dongi tola yang takbaz reni de yo na te nga tso takshi machina yang te gyonyo mari jima yang takba renjo re te yenna te ni takshi machina te ni gardi lama yang takba te ni mayin na te penyen ga chimbore.
If we don't first engage in a process of investigation, but the Lama in whom we place our faith is, in fact, a possessed of or a qualified teacher and possessed of good qualities, then it is not such a big issue. We will have placed our faith in them, and ultimately they will be a worthy object of our faith. However, if we place our faith in a teacher in this hurried way without having engaged in investigation, then if the teacher in question is not a proper object of our faith, then there is some risk here.
Tani Quran tapa yagbo yonken ga tenji mozi na tani lama tani ta jungna jig yonken lama mandini lama jang majini jig yona pe samji ma che par te pe yagbo yoreta Gardi lama jang jini lama ndini tenri re chankenzi yana Quran taba yagbo yonka yana lama Quran yang Quran da nyamdu yopanda o chora namjin yongare Quran ga teni shawale kan jig mena yang te lama song yongare Quran ga shawale kan jig yona o ten jig nduk song ne teni lama song yongare te ki parla partak jago ka ge yo mare zita pate yona.
If a practitioner has very strong faith in their teacher, then when their teacher still lives, then clearly the object of their faith is still around them. If a person of particularly strong faith in the event that their teacher has passed away, this is not a particular problem. They are still able to generate an extremely strong sense of faith and towards their teacher, and to feel a very close connection with them, and there is no sense of distance between themselves and their teacher, despite the fact that their teacher has passed away.
Teni te tapa yongken ga teni most ga nyamnyung go goni shia tenizre ma to ba nga so tsuk goni reshi jamna te kodam choya teniz mare.
This is something really that needs to be understood at the level of experience. It's something that's difficult to explain in language.
Tendi yendi nga so chunyamlin chinken ze shina teni nga so go hale pan chak chini tendi re sona yak bom mendugzi pe nga so gangin na ta nitsi la teni shaba tak tak jamne tendi shina te yak bom mendu yang nga so teni go te yang hale pa ga les laponda oreneta karizena tereze jona teyang recommendo tendi tenika mayim korni teni lam yarbozlan ro shigondo.
So as practitioners of the Dharma, it's not good if we are too rigid in our thinking and too rigid in our approach, if we insist upon investigating and analyzing everything. On the other hand, if we are too acquiescent, we agree with everything, we go along with everything and accept everything very easily, then this at the same time is not a good state. So we really need to learn about how to walk a middle way between both of these extremes.
Tani taba yarbu yongken gamte sola tani nga so me jamba so tani nyamnyung nyamsunyung matapa tindi ga tani korang la nyamnyung chabarwa tindi mambo tin namjin yongorezi taba yarbu yongken te sola.
For people with very strong faith, then even if they aren't particularly practitioners, it's still possible for them to have a very special experience.
Tendi yendi nga so 다빠디 고레제 가서 낭바야 되제 그래서 배 차르 빠초 차르라 이치시 고레제 되니 제도 와제 되다 찍바레제 차르라 이치시 고레제 그래 리데 있나양 김슨 메비고니 이치시 고 되제 말에 되니 가서 낭바야 다바시 고레제 다바즈나 이치리 다바시 고레제 되니 송고요레 리데 결혼 김슨 지지 메비토네 다바시 고레 되니 송고요 말에.
So the importance of faith is emphasized in the Buddhist teachings. Belief is something also that scientists say we need. They say that we need to believe in science. They don't say, however, that this belief should be based on nothing. It's clear that we need to have reasons underpinning our faith, and so too it is with the faith that the Buddhist teachings emphasize. This faith is not claimed to be one that should be easily placed in the teachings. It's one that should also come about through knowing the reasons for placing one's faith.
Teni nga tsu yichi na teni yichi chokore samba teni yichi yabo gimsun yabo shibigo ne teni yichi ne teni shokchi ne tapa yabo jak teni shokchi ne teni manandon o teni shina teni ten papa shenrez gomluk chikte tere te tapa go ne teni papa shenrez gomba zegre.
So by generating a faith in Chenresig in this way, based on an investigation into his correctness as an object of our faith, we generate a strong devotion towards him, and whilst generating this devotion, we go about chanting his mantra. Practicing in this way is one Chenresig practice. It is a practice that is done primarily with an attitude of devotion.
아야 다 니빠데리 되니 니빠데니 냥지 고니 심진 담절라 냥지 계위 고니 되니 바바샤레즈 되니 줄르그레 곰르그레.
The second kind of Chenresig practice that we can engage in is one that is based on an attitude of compassion.
타친 남지 싸와 샹칩 셈쇼 자르와 근지 브럭치글람 lamzang shangchip semdang memdrjang dola nyangji ngani yig jongs da tere tendi ngacho tambo thakba chimbo lamji tsawa ngoma te teni te shangchip ji sem teyeng go re ma to ba teni shangchip ji sem te mesona ngacho teni thakba chimbo yenze ngacho jogba chimbo gomgoyo ngacho shakja chimbo gomgoyo teni mambu ze gre te teni tsawa ne te jokchin mare shakchin mare chichig mare jogba chimbo yen gona shangchip semgona teni jokchin te korang jokchin ngomare ndo reze teni shakja chimbo ngoma re gona shangchip ji semgona teni ko shakja chimbo ngoma re kare ma to ba shangchip ji semmena ngacho jogba chimbo gomna yang tonla jogba chimbo mare shakja chimbo nge gom ge yenze ne gomna tonla shang te shakja chimbo mare teni yendi takpa chimbo chu te shangchip sem mena teni tsawane takpa chimbo chu tsawane mareze te indi ta ngacho shangchip sem de tambo kar chimbo reze.
So moving on to the verse that begins with compassion is the root of the Mahayana path. Vast compassion is the only path of all the Buddhas. Here what is being emphasized is that bodhicitta is the very essence of the Mahayana path, the Mahayana teachings. Without it, we can't speak of Mahayana practice. So practices in the Mahayana tradition, such as Dzogchen or Mahamudra, without an attitude of or the mind of bodhicitta underpinning them, then they cannot be considered to be Dzogchen. They can't be considered to be Mahamudra. The aspiration of bodhicitta is extremely important. It's the very essence of all Mahayana practice.
Penang arang ke teni chuchup shapi kapse na chuchup ngola teni shangchip sem te countries la zegre teni shangchip sem te teni ke go gimsen country re country fini ke go re zen teni 남긴 때니다 추천 남시아나 때니 셔대기요레.
Personally, whenever I give teachings, at the very beginning, I always start out by addressing bodhicitta, talking about what is bodhicitta, why we need to generate this aspiration, and how we go about doing so. Talking about bodhicitta in this way at every single teaching, many people find themselves growing annoyed.
Yeah. Tene pe na nga so sacha jambala tene chutushana de koso 자와 그 통내 된 잠발랑 그 mambo즈 그 년대가 요래 되니 가시 nga 되세 용도 대랑 혈랑 그 추시아츠 때라 열긴두지 그래서 대랑 추시안체 세션 마송하zen 두지.
Some people even say, because quite often my teachings are broadcast so that people in other parts of the world can listen to them, and it's been said to me before that after students have listened to my teaching that today my teaching improved a little bit. And when I asked why this was, they said, well, because today you finally didn't talk about bodhicitta. So they think that without bodhicitta, this is an improvement. Of course, you can't blame them for thinking like this. Each teaching is only an hour and a half in length, and every time we talk about bodhicitta, there goes by another half hour. Tomorrow, another half hour. So I suppose it's understandable they think like this. Despite this, whilst this may be the case, not talking about it is not okay.
That in the Yamling Tola, the Ninga to Shanship could send the Yamlin Tamboshi Gore, Penanga to Bama or Lang Lion, Lo Sum, Tanantini, Da, Den, Tinji, Tanga, and Mambutin in Du Sardu, Tatayan, Tini Mambundu Kundu, that it pay up Hali by your body, the Yana, Tini Zavati, Tini She and Shake Yojirita, Tini Zavati, Tini Shanship could send good on it in Drogo Raise, Penadanga Sundinina, Mama Tini teach the Dunjum Bochi, Chubjit, Tini, don't you train or Rambochi. Kung namba tini ta di charge ta tini di nyamse lenya da tsu changma kung namba tini sharlen rabu tini she yondi de ngone changni ti tola tini ta yang ta ba she yo re te nga chu yichi tini yo tini indi te mambusha go mar ma to ba te she tanga su sa cha jam bala te mambusha go yo te yin ta manda nga chu shangchi ge sim ji tonen ro ma thna tini lele drib changma dondok me ba rin ro ndo se.
Just speaking about bodhicitta, though, is not enough. Clearly, we need to put it into practice. Here at Bema Wasalung, there are a large number of people who have completed or are completing 3-year retreats or 7 months. This is really very excellent. And clearly, this kind of retreat practice needs to take place upon the foundation of bodhicitta. In general, the path of practice that was established by Dubjum Rinpoche and Trinley Norbu Rinpoche was a very excellent one. So perhaps for this reason, it's not necessary to speak as much about it. However, in general, going to different places and giving teachings without emphasizing the importance of bodhicitta in practice, then people just going about their Dharma practice in a willy-nilly fashion without bodhicitta primarily informing their path is not good.
Tani lama gan sanyi nga so dari kongla shasungwa te yang di shanship ku sem ku thone ro yo reze oya gandhi rezina lama dikpo ta mashu tele tigni digme ya tele marmana ta te lama chawani ma thongkhen oya dinji tini lama zingna gandhi go rezina tani khorala shanship ku sem de yo go reze mamta tini shanship ku sem yo tele jamba jamena lama dikpo Teni lama zangshu pe lama yakbo te country se gare na ti zumfur ko namnang la teni parni rotongken teni rungo to so thomen jongken teni zela lama zangshu se gare na teni ko undu se teni zena nduk sare se
就是你过嘛送看不的。
lama dikshu te teni shangchip ko sem yongken te ta nga so shangchip ko sem chikbo ma to jamba chang me pa te ta nga so lama tangbo teni lama rambam thumbo teni lama jangjang lama dikshu lama kyushu ramba sam she na teni shangchip ko sem chikbo ma to jamba chang menken teni zena teni korang la teni lama dikbo ze teni zumshir ko teni namnang la teni parni shampan par shinin ro tongken teni zena teni lama yakbo lama angtombo lama thumbo o teni rezena te cheso tanan zhe ndu ze
So bodhicitta also informs how we understand the qualification of a lama or the qualities of a teacher, a spiritual teacher. So if we were to categorize spiritual teachers into 3 levels, with a lower level, a middling level, and then a top level, if we were to say that the absolute lowest, worst, most base type of teacher, the 3rd category was one with bodhicitta but nothing else. However, the toppermost category of lama would be ones that are able to fly through the sky and soar across mountaintops. Do you think that this kind of categorization is an appropriate one? Kempo says he thinks it's probably quite okay. What do you think?
No. Tindi sena dik sares choso tana lama zang ma zang zia te tindi yin sares.
Do you think that this is okay to categorize lamas in this way, or to define who is a qualified or good lama from an unqualified or bad lama in this way?
Then namna lam partamna hale barewa.
If a lama can fly through the sky, this is amazing, is it not?
Yeah, 저랑서 모두다 같이 버리세요. 와, 야. 되니 다른 거 잠바?
Is there anyone who has an opinion as well?
배치디 남나라 데니 프르트큰 컬라마드 데니디 랑신 데니 텐션 거데니 다 찬수sem도 요사레스.
다르티메나?
What if he doesn't?
당아서 간듯이 거데니 찬수sem도 요메스.
남나람 파르나샤집 그셈 요잉이 봐요 말에. 남나람 파르게 멍보요래.
Flying through the sky isn't a sign of having bodhicitta. There are many who can fly through the sky.
다 남용 토만용아.
토만용래. 때 라마 남랑 파르켄테 할레파 뇽뇽래 가좀 토만용아. 때 상집지 세명 근데 멍보요 이래.
제스
나저 남랑 파르켄가 라마틴 통지 문도 와세. 때 까르침보래 하세. 때 상집 그 세명 근가 라마 멍보요 이래.
Oh, Purmadokan. Okay, so probably there are a lot of lamas possessed of bodhicitta who can't fly.
다 밀리리파 남카나나 포투케리스. 포투사레스.
저
밀리리파 남카나나 데니 푸드레스.
엄마라 파틴디 때 로지지요레스.
So it's said in the biography.
결혼서 산나 강가르치는 그 삼고도야. 남람 파르나 가운데다 찬심sem이잖아 가운데.
What does everybody think is most important, being able to fly through the sky or having bodhicitta?
그래서
다 그것도 참아 bodhicitta bodhicitta.
야. 다들 인지지. 야.
인지레스.
다들 인지 지켜놓고 때 레삼나. 인지지.
Yes, this is right.
야. 야, 다딘디 엔딩 가서 라마 그더니 엄마비 차트지나 디센제나 대상십생 레시 라마즈이나 연담만다 상십생 요고스.
So the absolute minimum requirement for a religious guide is that he or her be in possession of bodhicitta.
남나라 결혼 퍼초나 도나 야보레 마도나 머견스.
And if they're able to fly through the sky, in addition to this, that's fine, but it's also not a big drama if they can't.
Yeah. Then also 포화는 요비더니 공치 대 위대 파르퍼니 then 치추라 강리나라 잡데 바가티 위대 가서 오나람 잡나 내가 저 갈래 야르게 한 거래서 뭐 가서 뭐 포화가 나나 요비더니 공치대 파르 메바치니 양 카우데 파르 메바치니 then 치추 남랑 동 그거 너와 치추잖아 꼭다 야 띠나라 잡야 그때니 띠 우승도와 야 띵아서 포화가 나람 잡잖아 then 가서 갈래 남칼람 파리온 거래지.
So if it were possible for us to expel the air or gas that we have in our stomachs and to fill ourselves instead with the air that is in hot air balloons, then it would be possible for us to also gradually levitate. So flying through the sky, if the teacher is able to do this, is fine, and it's also no big deal if they can't. It's in terms of their capacity to benefit us, not being able to fly through the sky is of no big relevance. However, if our teacher is in possession of, or our teacher possesses bodhicitta, then this is able to be of direct benefit to us. However, if they don't have bodhicitta, then this is something that is harmful to us.
lama 당인들 lama 땡기인 삼네 가서 lama 땡지 땡고나 되니 사진 통부 메나야다 마무요나 초거려 마슈티 강레지나 되니 상집지 셈레지 되니 상집지 셈때 메 차디 되니 가서 탁바침보고 lama다 탑시요 말이다 잠바 코나라 윤든 간디 윤든 침보요나 데 거랑라 상집 그셈 메바딘데 사비지니 내가 저거 lama가 차킨 상가 말해지.
So, bodhicitta is really the basic minimum requirement for a spiritual teacher in the Mahayana tradition. If this bodhicitta is absent, then irrespective of what other qualities or abilities a teacher may possess, they are not qualified or they lack the criteria for being a spiritual guide according to the Mahayana teachings.
오야 딘디 가서 파바티지 쳔보 가서 든지 남칼라 곰 오야 되니 가서 심진 탐치 볼라 냐지기 되니 냐지 야보치 상집 그 심기니 냐지 할리바가 되니 냐지 침보 기니 되니 묵니 되니 추마용하다 되니 그 되니 냐지기 되니 디나니 되니 다 가서 많은 돈 오마는 밤에 혼자 많은 돈나 되니 티 파바티지 쳔보 되니 드블 야슈페 야슈치디데레스.
So visualizing Chenresig in front of us and through generating a really strong sense of compassion to all other living beings, a compassion so strong that that tears fall from our eyes, we go about chanting Chenresig's mantra. And this way of practicing on Chenresig is one of the best practices.
야, 되니 가서 근접 근접전에 가서 지팅 그더니 가서 다 동반이 또비 셔 마임비 드니 게와도서 참마가 나라 드니 다바다 냥지 드니 게와 앙땅보 인텔을 하피 게와즈 메소요레즈
대바단 영제
아
대바단 영제
다바다 냥지
In terms of
다 군속 게와 에리
아레 근접 그 게와 참마가 나라 드니를 하바즈 메스
So, among the various forms of relative virtue or relative merit that we can speak of, so that is merit or virtue that is not informed by a recognition or the wisdom of emptiness, there is no other form of relative merit that can surpass those of faith or belief and compassion.
드니 가서 따따가 수속도던 니 따따가 드니 디럽도다 따따가 수속니 나라 네 가서 녀지 때페 마냠니 드니 더근 로요레
In our current society, compassion is something that is very much on the decline.
드니 가서 수소 기르거돈 찌보 삼니 드니 나랑 랑거돈 라삼로 땅야 마토바드니 메잔라 냐르제티아 틴디페 콤보레
Most people conduct their lives thinking about themselves and their own selfish interests. People who exercise or have compassion for others are in fact very rare.
드니 디 짐센지 드니 가솔라 드니 셈고토라 등어리앙페 망보 용고요레
And it's for this reason that we experience so much suffering in our minds.
드니 가서 타바침볼라 드니 냠린 시바이나나 토마 드니 더 돈지 마레 집지 마레 잠바카 키 마레 토마는 가서 셈진라 냐지 시바니 드니 타바침보 드니 람냠린 드니 곤즈 고레
As practitioners of the Mahayana path, before we begin in any other kind of practice, recitation or meditation or whatever, the most important thing is that we first work on strengthening and generating our compassion for other beings, and this is how we should start off the beginning of our practice.
다 심진 탐주 볼라 가서 타바침 보고서나 가서 심진 탐주 볼라 잠님 기드니 파라 가르고즈니 드니 제가 요르지 잠님 기 심진 상말라 가보체 고소네 드니 송고 요르지
So the Mahayana teachings urge us to view all living beings as equal, to view them with a profound view of equality.
드니 람나 가서 심진 탐주 볼라 드니 나랑소 수소랑가 파다 마다 수소랑가 보다 보모다 드니단 자우즈시니 드니 가트나 때페 메바레 더 타바침 봉아서 드니 고송고 요르 람나 드니 고레스
And in the best situation, we would be able to view other living beings the same as our parents or our own sons and daughters. This is what is recommended by the Mahayana teachings.
다 든디즈 마도나 많다나요 가서 수소랑 그 처당 드니 수소랑 그 릴리 총우 와야 저 가보시안라서 심진 정말 가도 그래 송고 요레스
At the very least, we should be able to, or we would be able to look upon all other living beings in the way that we do our own pets, our own dogs or own cats. This is also what is said.
덴디즈리 소나 드니 가서 심진 정말라 드니 샘크 드니 시지등가 좀 고츠경 거래지
If we're able to do this, then it's possible for us to begin to have a sense of concern for other living beings.
드니 가서 심진 거더니 소 심진 소 등을 간디 용건도 대소랑 가서 삼로 땅제 되더니 고츠 그래
And we from this point begin to be concerned about the situation of the suffering of other beings.
드니 심진라 등을 요파데 드니 시소나 드니 가서 당에 심진라 등을 등에 메바치고 온도 삼니 덴디 그 삼로 때 깨용 그래
And after we understand that other beings experience suffering, then we begin to generate the wish to help them be free from this suffering or rid them from this suffering.
Tani ta nga su simching ke dungur ti mepa kan ri go re samna ta nga su samlo mambo tang di pena paror tu shen ba trik sone tani sangje ke tin so yore tin na pena nga su chakin yo ba tin zi na pena tin mo jobo tin mo tin ri dugbo tin ri ropa go sa tin ri ona tani jo so so la ngubo tin ri jin gi ona jin te mayem ba pena na panda tin ri na tani ko la na yo na re ropa kan ri go na tani she to so korwa tini nga so jimba ka na sha pa to so tini shi pa ne tini ngots kore.
In so far as how we go about assisting other beings in reducing their suffering, the 6 parameters educate us about the importance of generosity. So, or beginning from the point of generosity. So people who have somewhat better material conditions, they can support people who are impoverished or disadvantaged in economic or in material ways, or by assisting the sick. This is helping others through engaging in generosity.
Jete ina da nga zo nerkups tini pe na mjala ropa che anda da so she gogre te ina da zo te mare zo ngoni te tini misoso la khorang chola tini soso tini sherb yakbo yo tini she khorang chola sherb yakbo yo jita tini re sona tini pantong ngoma tin namba sangje samla deri samgo yores.
And even though generosity is something that we should engage in, this really isn't the main point of the Buddhist approach. In fact, what the Buddhist approach emphasizes is assisting others in establishing them in a state of wisdom. And this is how we would go about benefiting them in a more long-lasting way.
Tanga so tela samlo so tang ji yore samlo bo tang go re pe na ngarang so ta Africa da o tendi zealand drone teni mo kyobo tendi te sola teni nga so gormo mambo jen khosola zaya jen teni koya jen khangba le chama teni te khorang la jin ni tendi shena ga reta yona ngo su nga su de khosola teni slob ni khorang la khangba japsar ka laksar khorang la lob te da boz ka perna teni khoso teni ju pamjur yarji tangya ga teni ta thapsi te so changma khoso la hlobni teni khorang so rang teni pamjur yarji tangya teni z khorang la labna ga gre da ngasu khola yang ne zaji gona jin konji gona jin teni shina ga gre teni kang ga gre.
So we need to think about what the best approach would be to take. For example, in Africa, in a place where people are extremely impoverished and not well off, would it be better to go there and to give them all they need in terms of food and drink, to provide them with clothes, to build houses for them? Or would it be better in this situation to go to this place and instead teach them the skills that they need to improve their own situation so that they can put them into practice themselves and build their own houses and grow their own foods? What does everyone think would be the more preferable approach to take?
Jang rambo zala samlo matana teni korang la zaya koya chama partra jirna teni te pan thongro greze rete nga chu te jang rambo ndawla samlo tana teni kang ga greze.
Of course, if we're just thinking in the short term, clearly going straight in and giving people whatever they need is going to give them this kind of short-term benefit. However, in the long term, which would be the more preferable approach? Which does everyone think would be better?
야, 니바레.
니바. 야, 딱딱했어. 니바 디레스. 어야. tani nangba te zigo yore ze nga chu nangba ze na 베나 교랑라 나테즈나 교록바 데즈시 교랑 포와 데즈 똑나데 저 자마 데즈 저 딘디시나 약보 레즈 그레즈 레티 조데 코랑라 등머테서 강네 용와데 코솔라 파슬랍 어야 데니 코소 랑가 탑시시네 코랑랑가 등머테 말 메바시 어 대시 거래 마토 방아서 다이 테랑진나 산인진나 달로진나 상포진나 당아서 멋지시라 진야다 데니 케와네 케와 파르당아서 파르 진니 판다고나 판타카마레 코솔라 닐하고와 모초 데니시나 데니 데가레즈니 남바 테제그레 데니시나 남바 소티 롱슈 진바고 조시가 마레 조 시럽 그 진바고 조시그레 추지 진바고 조시그레
From the point of view of the Buddha's teachings, to help a sick person by giving them medicine or by giving food to someone and relieving of them of their hunger is all good courses of action. However, the primary contribution that Buddhism makes is teaching people directly as about what the source of their suffering is, so that they can go about doing away with it themselves. So if we are always in a state of giving directly to people, giving today, giving tomorrow, giving them for their entire lives and even beyond that, then people ultimately won't be in a position to recognize the underlying principle or the underlying logic that explains the reason for their suffering. So for this reason, Buddhism primarily doesn't emphasize material giving or material charity, but rather the charity of giving the Dharma or giving wisdom to others.
어다딘디 당에 셈전 남라더니 등을 매야거더니 탑시댕에 코솔라 랍고건도 셈전솔라 등을 몸보용건도 되니 거란서 등을디 간티 용건도 제나더니 저 마르바다 되니 저 된지 녀몽바가 통에 용건도 되니 녜테메 바즈 셰고건도 삼바가 삼로데 되니 계용거래.
So by looking at things in this way, it is possible for us to generate the wish to instruct other people as to the cause of their suffering, how it comes about, how it is related to ignorance and disturbing emotions.
아야, 되니 가서 되니 심진라 냐지 약보 검네 심진 거더니 등을 라삼로 땅에 되니 깝깝스 되니 가서 먹네 되니 치마통야 되니 쇼나 되니 배 개발랍 침보렌도 그래. 묵나님 치마. 옐레.
If in the process of meditating on compassion and generating compassion for other beings, we find ourselves shedding tears, then this is something that is extremely meritorious, extremely virtuous.
되니 가서 체름 코라 통마 메바니 되니 가서 자기 메바 공기 메바 되니 소소군 도파 만저바 딘지 그 돈달라 때 가서 길 소소 랑그 돈라 되니 묵닌 치마 멍보 땅여레지 치마 대초 탐주 보까티 냠드니 바속 되니 속야 되니 요나 되니 베나 잠추 침보 타바다 되니 야거 되니 초 강간다고 되니 그초 침보 되니 레장다로 멍거레지 가서 길 그 돈란 치마 땅야디.
In terms of the tears that we have already shed ourselves over our own selfish desires, the things that we haven't achieved, the things that we haven't obtained, etc., then the amount of these tears would be enough to fill an ocean or to fill a river as big as the Ganges, or even bigger than this. However, these tears are of no use whatsoever.
아야, 당가서 갈때 셈진라 냥지 곰니 더니 묵나린 치마용 탑소나 더니 치마 독복직이나 이디엘레 독복직 더니 까르와 멍보고 더니 득바 땅로 그래.
가와 멍보고 득바 딱로 그래. If, however, in the course of meditating on compassion for other human beings, we find ourselves shedding tears due to our compassion for their suffering, then even one teardrop is so meritorious that it would be able to purify our negative karma accumulated over the course of many kalpa.
Teni nga tsu nima chigla, teni karma nga, teni nyangje gomni, waya mungnin chima tonya tenri nyangje teni karma nga nala teni gomna, teni nga tsu karma nga we mena yang teni nga tsu nima chig malite pe tontang damba ya borendo res. Nima chig nala karma nga nala teni nyangje gomni teni mungnin chima tonya tenri shong sona teni nima chig matse tontang damba rendo res.
If in the course of one day we were only to meditate for 5 minutes on compassion and were to shed a tear during this time, then this would be an extremely well and meaningfully spent day.
Teni te matsa nga tsu dantrak chik nangla, teni zankur chik nangla, teni karma nga gomni, teni mungnin chima yonga teni zire sona te nga tsu zankur chik nima rere yinna te leyin re, te shaki me bari ta zankur chik nangla teni chi shona te nga tsu zankur chik teni nga tsu mali te tontang dan bari sar re.
And the same could be said of a period of 1 week. If we were to practice meditating on compassion for just 5 minutes in the course of 1 week and were during this practice to shed a tear for the sake of other living beings, then this would be 1 week similarly that was extremely meaningfully passed.
Te matsa nga tsu dawa chik nangla teni shiyo na yang, te pe rintang tang dan bari.
And the same could be said for 1 month. This would be an extremely valuable month if we did this.
Tani dawa chik nangla teni yonga undu mundu suso rangla kale chikokta teni chawab kota teni hakore.
And so for ourselves, we need to investigate and check ourselves over the course of a month as to whether we are able to generate compassion for other beings in this way. Some people don't have a strong feeling of compassion for others in the course of an entire year. And some people for an entire lifetime. So if we are able to practice in this way once a month or once a week, then this is already something that is very meaningful.
Chik dini teni papa shanre zik teni nanga yore nga chola teni ringak zinata ngak teni yiki tigma shanre zik teni ngak te yang hal lepa teni ngak jandam mandra wa teni payun chibo yore teni nyangji zeyate teni jan nga cho gomya ga teni chu jandam mandra wa musar ga teni payun yon ken teni zire teni tesumbo nga cho gomya ga la teni nga cho domba ga teni ngak oya teni nga chu gu teni sem ga nala teni sambi teni nyangji te sambo te teni musra teni zren ro yoti teni ti chu tong le mena ya te nga chu tondang damba ya boren ro re.
So generating compassion in this way, or seeking or looking at whether or not we are in fact generating compassion in this way, we meditate on we practice on Chenresig with an attitude of compassion, chanting his mantra. The Chenresig mantra, in fact, is an extremely extraordinary one. It being an embodiment of compassion, we can see it, in fact, to be the essence of all the Buddhas in this mantra.
Teni nyarji te yakbo zi yung suna, teni nga su su ranga teni sim ga nala chorwa, teni chorwa hal lepa ga teni chorwa dewa, teni chorwa kepa, teni chit dishkit teni ga chorwa yung gore zi mi jan la nyarji teni shena susu tari kona shapa jinda driba takba tang payun yopa te mayin ba tarung, teni susu tsin di tokla teni sim ga nala teni chorwa teni te dewa teni yung gore zi.
By practicing in this way with a very strong attitude of compassion, it is possible to experience an extremely blissful and extremely happy feeling. So not just in respect, or this is not something that is of benefit in relation to our practice, but also in terms of just our this life, as it were, this blissful and happy feeling is beneficial.
Teni ti tabata nyarji tini bo ngaso tini semga nala yakbo yung sona ti ngaso jikchak changma par tini ser kerje namjin ngaso chowa nala tin jikchak mombo yung gore kashi ne chishimala tini chak yore kashi chindi tola da ngarang na yung da ma yung tini ngarang chiren ro monro tini mombo sha lamro yo mela soba tini toni jikchak haliba mombo yung gore riti ina ti tabata nyarji ni po ti semnala yakbo yo sona.
If we're able to generate a strong faith and strong compassion and practice in this way, then it's possible for us to dispel our fears. So we all have many fears. Some are fearful about their future lives. Other people have fears in relation to this life, whether or not they will get sick, whether or not their fortune will turn out well or not. In either case, by generating a strong attitude of faith and compassion, it's possible for our fears to be dispelled.
Teni tabada nyarji teni yo sona teni ngaso perna ta mo jambayena teni ta ngarang na teni na eyong sam teni ngarang lipola teni na teni suji meya juji meya teni ja ayong meyong sam teni mambo toba tang jewa tang teni jikchak da teni mambo yore teni mo teni tapa nyarji ni ka yakbo yung keng mo teni zina te korang kari sam kare zina ta nga teni na eyong yang meshi ta yona ta yo mayo ji yo mare te yona chapchi bu ju mare chapchi ji mendu samne teni korang ka sem ka nala sem ka tang la teni shit shik teni hwadang chenpo yeong kare zi.
So for a person, many people have a lot of hopes and fears, doubts regarding things in their life, such as illness, whether they will get sick, whether or not they do have an illness. However, for a person who is possessed of very strong faith and very strong compassion, then whether or not they are sick or whether or not they will get sick is not such a big deal. In the face of this, they are able to feel a very strong sense of courage, a very strong sense of confidence.
Teni tinji nyarji ti teni nga so suso rang sem ga nala yo pi dungar ti so sama mar serni teni me ba chang ro re.
So with this kind of compassion, it's possible for us to completely eradicate all of the suffering in our minds.
Teni nga so nyarji yak bozu yo sona nga ran so samna te nga so semchin jang to la nge sem kar she ke yo sam nge semchin jang to la nge sam lo tang ge yo sam ne tinji sam ga re ta yinna teni tartuk 깊은 ngomati so rang la thom ro re.
So even though in generating compassion for others, we are thinking primarily about them, we're contemplating their suffering and their needs, ultimately the benefit that we get from this practice is our own.
Ota tinji nyarji te nga so tangbo meba ni yoba tang teni yoba ni yarji teni rimji komba rimji drone teni drogo re.
So in terms of cultivating our compassion, it's we progress from a state of having none to having some, and then from having some to having even more. So we continually work on developing our compassion.
Teni tindi ga nyarji te nga so teni ke gona kanji ke go re zena teni 탑시 nindu zete 탑시 chikti kan re zena nga so chowa ga na la yopi teni nga so nyinkor la teni shungwa de ma yamba nga so zambalang ga teni ta sarshok sarngir ga tokla mambo ton dewi teni semjeng ga dumur nga so shusok ko tokla teni ramnyim ma yamba tang teni worpong da teni naim ramanda da tenji dang teni nga so lorgi ge tola tanga teni mambo jamanda mambo shongore te so mambo la teni samlo tang teni samlo jimmo tang ne te so shertang go ta nga so teni lorgi ge tola teni janchik teni shong song jamlang chichin tangbo shong song nipa shong song teni me ta teni ju de shewa jishi song shewa ni shi song teni zi ge yong ge mare 이 집차삼네 먹지리 지리 거랑 것들이 등을 간진다고 숑도 소라 삼로 땅나 되니 길라냐 제케용 거래 내가 저 빼차라 마타나 지그리 초아가 나라요 바티 소라 삼로 땅나 지근도지.
In terms of how we go about generating compassion, there are two methods or approaches that we can take. The first one is where we draw on examples or situations in our immediate lives, or otherwise situations that we hear about in the news. Every day we hear about cases of suffering and injustice, wars, disease, etc. There are numerous examples that we can draw from history too. In any case, these situations or examples of suffering, we need to reflect on them extremely closely, thinking about them in a very detailed way. So even though we might hear statistics of huge numbers of people involved, it's important that we turn our minds to the individual nature of this suffering. And this is something we can do without needing to turn to books or book learning. We can do this simply by drawing on examples and situations in our own lives.
Teni ga teni di lorgi ti na la teni dingmun nyongkhen ga mate cho teni ta ngarang ga pha yin na ngarang ga ma yin na kan yin sare samba yana ngarang ga boda ngarang ga bomo di yin na kan yin sare samba yana ngarang ga choda ngarang ga teni shila lili te yin na kan yin sare samba da oda da zo te chama le yang ngarang ji gre te na zo de ngarang yin na kan yin sare sam ni teni samlo ta na teni samlo go thola chora mambo yong gre.
And in making ourselves closely acquainted with the suffering of others, we need to then think, contemplate how would we feel, or what would it be like if instead of these other people, it were our own parents or our own children who was in this situation of suffering. What ultimately would it be like if it were me in this situation of suffering? And by contemplating in this way, it's possible for us to develop a very strong feeling of compassion.
Tani ni patang ato pechata gore pechata ya te pena jansim shunjik njawota tani te maim benga so jansim ko sim tani gumram ta tani te mambo tani ta bok chu na la tani jansim sim gumluk te ha lepa yang kandang yang manja goni mambo yore ta te jeba ndawo tani gona jeba yore dipa tani chungchung nyungnyung gona te yore ten jamada mambo zindu ta te so la ta na tani kale tani nyarje da shangchip kusem rimji tani nga so gumna tani ketab kare ma tsama la ke gare ze gumna.
And then the second approach is one where we rely on texts about meditation on compassion and meditation on bodhicitta. For example, the way of a bodhisattva, and also the meditation stages of bodhicitta. The number of compassion practices in the Tibetan tradition are vast. There is also a great variety, some that are rather more complex and others that are more abbreviated. However, in any case, meditation on compassion is something that every single person can engage in.
Tani nga so terang ga chacha terang shuro chacho nga so shetsar song tani changma nyangji dang shangji sem o ta manta yin na nyemak chigla tani karma nga karma chi tindi da yana delim na zangkur chigna la karma nyeshin da o chizu shekan da o tindi so rang la chaz jagni o da nge nyemak chigla gom gyen ze anda o yana nge zangkur chigna la nge de gom gyen ze anda o tindi so rang la chaz jagni lengen da o jagni tani gomna tani yabo kyong gare tindi na ro nas.
So that brings us to the end of today's teaching. It's my hope that everybody here today is able to make time every day, a short period of time, 5 or 10 minutes for meditation or practice on compassion and bodhicitta. If not 5 or 10 minutes every day, then perhaps 20 or 30 minutes every week. In any case, if everyone could make a plan regarding their compassion practice, this would be very good, and I would like to ask everybody to do this.
Ben